Check, mic, check 1, 2. I'm live. Uh-oh. Wait, let me adjust the microphone.
Be too loud.
Okay. All right, wait, let me adjust the mic. Let me make sure the mic right. I don't want Mr. Rolling Out the Pocket to be on my head.
Nah,
all right, cool. All right, I'm
ready to roll today,
I'm live
bro.
and direct.
Yeah, let's get it.
Huh?
I'm ready to roll, bro.
Yeah, we live. I'm here.
Let's get it, man.
Sure. Let's get into it. Y'all know what time it is. Back from vacay.
I'm on
Overtime
vacay.
canceled.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I ain't getting time and a half no more.
Nah.
Double time, all that.
We missed you, Goose.
It's your boy, Goose in the building.
Let's go.
Goose is loose. 6 wins, NFC champ. Let's go. NFC West. Let's go.
How many wins?
I'm in here right now.
How many wins?
6.
Got him a championship with 6 wins. Let's get it.
6 wins. Hey, they said I couldn't do it. I'm back.
Hey, man, you did it, though.
Got the homie here with me.
Don't you do it.
KingMike in the building.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to turn him into Fling Mike.
Fling
man.
Mike.
I need him.
That might happen, man. After, we'll talk about the season recap. But after coming out, I didn't win the championship, obviously. But part of that reason might have been my conservative nature. So maybe I will accept the moniker of Fling Mike. We'll see.
Bro, I am over this Spurs offense you be running on Madden, bro. I'm over it.
That was good.
I can't do the Spurs offense no more, bro.
I'm a little conservative, huh?
Nah. Bro, you got the team, man, but we'll like you said, we'll do that later. What we doing this week, man? What we got on this episode? Because we had quite a few topics. You lead the way, I'm going to follow, and I'm going to do what I do best and say some reckless stuff. Talk to me.
All right. Yeah, so like I said, man, we need to go ahead and recap how the season turned out. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of things went down, so we can go through each division, big up their champion and whoever else made it in the playoffs. So we can start with the NFC North, and that's led by Mole. He went undefeated again in the regular season, 16-0.
Yeah, he did.
Right after him was the Lions at 13-3, and 2 of those losses were to the Bears, undefeated. And then a surprise. We got a surprise, man, because I think they had 3 teams in the playoff season 1. This year they only had 2 because the Vikings come in at 7-9. You know what I'm saying?
That surprised me.
That's surprising. And then to bottom out that NFC North, you had the Packers at 7-9. Man.
Yeah, Pack show.
So, from what you know, with your 1 season under your belt, what are you seeing with these records, man?
Because our Lions user is new here.
Jose, you had it right.
Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't want to get that wrong.
That's my guy. I like him. He
seems to be the real deal, bro.
Oh, he's the real deal, and he's funny as hell.
And then solid dude, man. Active in the chat, which is a requirement for Lil T, Mr. Rolling Out the Pocket himself. So that's good. Overall, just a good guy, man. Doesn't bother me. No major issues. I played him first round of the playoffs, wild card round, and
didn't go the way you wanted.
Honestly, I was happy with my play, man. It just didn't come together, but that's a conversation for a different day.
And I mean, your team is you're building on a team, and he's building on his team too.
Yeah.
But he's more of a seasoned player, and he got at you, bro.
True.
He got you.
Yeah.
I
had quite a few drop picks. I had some drop picks, had fumbles, but that's a conversation for another day.
So I'm looking at
drop picks are killing me though.
I'm looking at the Bears' schedule, and of course he went undefeated. Looks like he had week 2 was his closest matchup. Now it was with Natural and the Giants. He ended up winning 17-12. The rest of these games are like 42-10, 45-10, 41-17. It looks like the 49ers, your boy Ant Dog played them tough. 34-24. I mean, that's 10 points.
Don't sleep on the NFC West, bro. Don't sleep on it.
That's what I was trying to put out there. But that might have awakened a giant because after the rest of those games, he's beating people 62-7, 51-17, 50-0. The Packers. Then he had another.
Yeah, that's tough.
He had another tough game with the Vikings, who, it's shocking he didn't make the playoffs. But 24-21, that was almost a loss right there. So that was the undefeated Bears season. And then let's go take a look at Jose real quick and the Lions. Started off with a big game, 45. I think that was the game he scored 35 points. Yep, the very first game of the season he played the Falcons and ended up winning 45-41. And he scored 30.
Did all that in the fourth quarter.
He did it all in the fourth quarter, put up 35 points, man. And low-key, that's why I still feel iffy about Noble. I mean, Noble's really good. His record will let you see that. But the way that season started is what planted the seed for me and my outlook on Noble. But we'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, that's what Lions was able to do. All of his other games, we don't need to go through their scores, relatively close. He took a loss to the Colts. Interesting. That was his only.
I know how we know how you feel about the Colts.
Don't believe in Burn on the highest level. He's good, but I'm just as representing our conference. I didn't believe that, but he did it. Season 1, season 2, we'll get into that. But he only lost to the Colts, and his other 2 losses were to the Bears. So that's interesting right there. So that's your Lions and the Bears out of the NFC North. I'm going to take it over next to the NFC South. And that's the Falcons at 13-3. Well, what do you think about Noble?
Yes, sir. So
he's a D1 athlete in real life too. I think he plays, or D2, I don't know, but I know he plays baseball. He's a collegiate athlete.
Yeah, he's a baseball player, which I'm not mad at that. So season 1, it was 2 sides to it. It was like, yo, this dude's come out smoking. But then it was pointed out in another content piece we have in our league that his schedule was weak. I'm like, okay, I'll consider that. So, but I still thought he was a solid player. So then this, week 1 in season 2, when Lions comes back and gets the win in the fourth quarter, I'm like, maybe he's not all that. But then after that, it's like he got in gear and started slapping people around all over again. I'm like, okay, he might be what is advertised. So I'm in the middle of the road. On a level of 10. Yeah. On a scale of 10, I'm probably sitting at a cool 7.25. Like, I can't give him the 9 yet, but I can't give him a 4 either. You know what I'm saying?
So, is this LT or not? Because Mans beat me. He took me out, right? He did have 2 pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? 14 points. And I think outside of that, he only had 10 more points offensively. So, I always feel a certain kind of way if your defense is scoring most of the points, because that's more so, I feel maybe sometimes the user making mistakes, like me making a mistake. But at the same time, that's him playing defense and making the call. So, but I say that to say my rating of him can't be higher than an 8 either. I mean, he's only lost about 6 games through 2 seasons. So technically we should be giving him a 9. But there's just something iffy about him. And, he's in the chat saying once Mo leaves, he's going to win a Super Bowl. But I'm not buying that either, man. And he beat Natural. I don't know. What is it, man? Well, are we hating? What is it?
It could be a little hate. So, it might be a little hate. Maybe. I can go up to an 8. I don't know if I can go past 8. If Mole is 10, Jose's got to be a 9.
Nah, he can't be a 9.
8.7? 8.5?
Man, maybe.
Is that a 9?
Natural is a 9, maybe.
I think Natural's a 9, but is he playing at 9 right now?
Here's the thing.
This is a serious question.
No, that's a good question. The Giants is a 9, right?
That's without question. He might be a 9.5.
But no, watch this. Through his history, he's a 9. But I mean, to really be rated a 9, don't you have to do something in the playoffs? And he ain't done. If he's a 9, then I'm a 9. But we both done lost in first round, or it's not the first round, but the divisional round. We both ain't got a playoff win, put it like that. That's why it's hard for me to give him a 9. And I know I'm not a 9.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Falcons at least has won games in the playoffs. Not to derail the conversation.
So we have to give him a 9 then, huh?
I'm going to give him an 8. That's just where I'm going to stay with it. And he could feel how I need to see more. You know what I'm saying? You can give him a 9.
I give him an 8.25.
Okay. Let me ask you something real quick. Not to derail the conversation, right? But
run it.
If you have in a game like this with as many games as we play in the regular season, this could be used for real life too. Is there something to say as far as a participation trophy for someone like me who's doing well in the regular season but ain't done shit in the postseason? What are your comments on that? Okay. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? In terms of PML and video gaming, because we know if we look at real life, we get on people who don't win championships like that. We do that. How are we looking at that with the PML, knowing that Mole is a Super Saiyan at this point?
Are you saying are we rating? When I answer this, am I rating you as a user? Am I rating the league as a whole, or talking about league experience?
I kind of want to know, as a sort of newbie, you're becoming a vet, just how you feel. Are we a league where the regular season doesn't matter, only championships, or are we going to look at it at a holistic? You get what I'm saying? A holistic approach, right?
I actually think the whole thing is important because, for me, right, because I still, like you said, still newbie, I still take a step back and watch the game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I'm watching, so prime example, because I know you personally, we're homies, we're friends, I'm low-key rooting for you here and there.
Yeah.
Until I match up against you. Then at that point, it's I got to slap the homie around. Maybe I'm going to try to, though.
Shit, shout out to Kirk. Shout out to Kirk for trying to snitch on me, saying I was coaching.
He did.
I was like,
bro, I didn't know what you. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
I was just saying, man, open up the playbook. That's it. Anyway.
I felt really good in that game. I really did, man. Yeah. I try to, as I play the game more, man, I try to pace myself because it's 10. Y'all been saying for the longest it's 10-minute quarters.
Yeah,
but now that's really starting to make sense. It's 10-minute quarters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
So,
what do you think?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see. I think the regular season is important because at some point you do want a playoff spot. When it comes to re-signing or signing free agents, you need that weight on your team so that you can sign them. So that's important. And, get guys who you don't have to get them to come in, stuff like that. I'm waiting to see when you kind of flip the switch because, even if you won the first round of the playoffs, even if you win the second round, you got to make it to the big dance and then win it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the question though. That's the question though, right? I mean, I know, and you're using me as the context, and that's fine. Yeah. But what I'm more so getting at before we get through the rest of the divisions is when it's all said and done, and let's just say Mo wins 3. Nat wins the next 2. I'm not saying he will, but let's say he wins 2 or whatever. There's only, I'll even simplify it even more. By the end of the cycle, there's only 3 champions, right? A couple of repeaters, whatever. Is that all PML cares about, who won that Super Bowl? Or are we going to look at a more holistic approach? And in my viewpoint, I'm only looking at Super Bowls, but that's just me. What do you think?
I think I have to go holistic, man. And this is just more sports specific right here. Football, in a sense, ain't basketball. You know what I'm saying? Basketball.
One and done.
Yep. There's more games played. Yeah, exactly. And the playoffs kind of rank different. So you can have a team that doesn't win a championship and you're like, yo, they're a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rockets haven't got one yet. Now, with the new Rockets, I don't know. I don't expect them to win. But just for example, take the conversation. Although the Rockets aren't a championship team, they don't have a title in this current era, you can't overlook them. I look at PML in the same way. We could say, okay, Nat hadn't got out the first round.
But just
because he hadn't got out the first round of playoffs does not mean if you were a new person to come in our league and you're looking at your schedule, okay, this is going to be an easy win. Okay, well, Natural can't be everything they say because he ain't got out the first round. Whatever. Lie to yourself if you want to.
All right.
Run up in there. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's fair. I think that's
I think that's how the league is.
Well, you're a football guy. You played football growing up, but you play basketball too. I'm coming at it from a basketball mind state where it's like, man, you put me in a best of 3 or a best of 5, you know what I'm saying? We might have a different thing, but then again, this ain't basketball. So there is a certain talent. Yeah. There is a certain talent and a certain type of what do I want to say? Respect and shout out to people who can perform on them big one or done pressure pack situations. So.
That's really the big thing there. Basketball, man, because it's so many games in the playoffs.
Yeah, you can.
Even if a team loses, you saw them play for 5-7 games. You're like, they solid. In football, it can be misconstrued as he lost one. They wasn't all that. And like, it's not true.
Which is why I'm taking your advice on that fling mic thing, because maybe I need to be more aggressive, because maybe I'm playing myself. Because each of these games was the Bengals wasn't that close. He kind of got me by 10, right? Or something like that. Maybe 14.
Yeah.
But my loss to Kurt, I was just being too conservative. But let's move on to the NFC East. All right.
Okay.
Speaking of which, that's where you got Natural at 13-3 with the Giants. This man has built a lower level team into a powerhouse. It is what it is. Like, we sleep on this man. But he's turning them. He's lost 3 games with the Giants, and his quarterback threw 5,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? I think, me personally, the reason why I'm hating on that and saying the things that I'm saying in the chat, it's just he got a different aura to him. You wasn't here for Madden 19. He was he was a dog. He was ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was in chat with his chest out. He ain't like that right now. From the injury slider to Mole smacking him around. I just want I want the old Nat to come back. He was a little aggressive. Gotcha. We did call him a bully. I didn't call him, but other people did. You know what happened with the previous podcast, but I just think he's toned it down a lot, man. And he's saying,
I almost brought it up, but I didn't. I didn't want the bot to hit me, so.
You know what? You know what shit that bothers me too that he does? Now he has the same amount of playoff wins as me. He's saying shit like, I'm playing for fun, guys. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that, where it's like, man, we all playing for fun, but we out here competing too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he ain't competing. I just think he got a little loser talk going on right now, man. What do you think? This is your first year around this cat who, he's a pillar in the Madden community. He's done his thing.
Definitely.
What are you thinking now that you've seen him for 2 seasons go 13-3 twice? With the Giants.
I'll say this, man. Like, and this is, to a degree, I can't relate, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the level of user he is. But I will say that because I'm going to look at the Redskin games to see just what it looked like on paper. Having a low overall team does make a difference.
It does. It does.
Like, I'm not even gonna jump into the game, but like when I was playing my game against the Lions, not saying I would have won, because that, like you say, LT loser talk. I'm not. This is not loser talk. Just talking about the game in general. When we play on sim mode, I had quite a few passes just dropped. Like cornerbacks. I think one of them was even a linebacker, but I know for a fact cornerbacks breaking on the ball, bad passes by his quarterback that were inaccurate and pretty much thrown right to my guy. Then he doesn't catch it. Pat Pete, doesn't have his superstar ability because of what happened. The previous season and how Madden kind of slapped him on the wrist.
And
took
them steroids.
A ball that's normally that I pick off any other time just hits his helmet. Like. Those type of things make a difference, bro. Like,
it is. Game of inches.
High overall players catch those footballs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which turns the game. So, I do have to say that there is some weight to Natural's argument.
Okay, that's what's up.
Like, I'll say there is some weight to it. I will.
Well, shout out to Nat. He really has turned them Giants around. He himself has said season 3 is when he is really going to shoot for the stars. So we'll see now that we're heading into season 3, what happens. Shout out to my dog Z-Star and them Redskins, man. 11-5. That was the team that I wanted to be, but they're in great hands with Z-Star, one of the commissioners in the league. I got to play him.
He is a commissioner?
Oh, he's one of them. He's one of them. JT.
Okay.
He's one of them. I got to lab with him, man, for one of the first times we got to play. Just a fun game and a good dude, man. I like that cat, man. So I just wanted to put that out there a little bit. Little showing a little love to one of the owners, man. I don't want to be too negative on here. But he ain't done shit in the NFC East either, man. Natural runs that conference.
God,
yeah, man. And speaking of not doing
that, I got to think about that before I say it. That's a notable though, man, because 11-5.
No. Check this out.
What did he do postseason?
He may have won a game. I'm not sure. Yeah, he did because he got to play Mo, so he won maybe the wild card or something like that. Let's talk about
his first game to play.
Yeah, let's talk about this, man. NFL RT, NFL Retweet, a dope ass Twitter, 150,000 followers, great, presence out there doing his thing. He has the Cowboys, man. He's good at Madden. He ain't made the playoffs in 2 straight seasons, bro. One of the best teams on the game. Now let's go to Eagles and Drama Man, who, will swag out his players and will jump in the chat and call somebody out of nowhere because he don't be in the chat that much. He's 6-10, bro. Are we going to call HD has always said what he has said about, his team and other people doing worse with better teams. Are we going to call it like it is, or are we going to just brush by the Eagles and the Cowboys not performing?
So, this is what's so cool about our league, which is interesting. I'm learning my way around, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, for all of our listeners out there, you kind of get paired up with a team. If you're a great user, you get paired up with a lower ranked team. I'm not saying I'm a great user, but I'm the Cardinals. So
you were new. Shut up, bro. You were new. You were new.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You supposed to be.
I got one of the bottom 5 teams. So
you do. But you supposed to be like.
Hey, if I'm great, I'm great.
You should be the Chiefs, bro. Me and you should switch, bro.
Oh, no. If I had the Chiefs, I would be flinging that
Let's
thing.
go.
All that speed and arm power you got, and you got an offensive line.
I got them playing
that ball was staying there.
I got them playing like grandpas, man. I'm liven it up a little bit. Don't worry. But go ahead. My bad.
I tell you, man, you got to get rid of that Spurs offense.
You right.
But seriously, though, the reason why I said all that about our league and whatnot is because, say somebody like me, I come in, I kind of like to pass the ball. I like to look for deep routes. That's what I like. But based on the team you paired up with, you may not be able to do that. And so I say that to say he's the Cowboys. I don't know his play style. I think I played him twice, and I'm not really locked in on his offensive play style. I know his defensive play style, but I'm not locked in on what his offensive play style is. So if you like to play Madden a certain type of way, you'll be tested in this league because you may have to adjust.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know.
Cowboys probably have the best offensive maybe not the best D-line, but their D-line is solid. But their O-line might be the best on the game.
We'll keep it real. They probably got the best team on the game. I mean, let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? And he'll always be the Cowboys because, he's one of those guys who, he outside of the PML, his weight is just so heavy that he gets the team that he wants. So, and he deserves them, but he needs to come.
Yeah, I agree.
Come with it season 3. So we'll see what happens. Let's speed up a little bit. So now we got the NFC West. I throw it out to you, bro. 6-10 made it to the playoffs. Let's go with a losing record. Hey, but you won your division, and that's what we said you needed to do. Your second season after not playing Madden for over 10 years, you're in one of the highest competitive CFMs in the world, and you made the playoff season 2. So it is what it is, man. Talk about it. How you feel?
I'll take it. I feel good. Still disappointed. I'm not happy.
You should have won a few more games, I think.
Yeah, I should have. That injury hurt me, and I'm still salty about that. But It's okay. I'll do better, man. I'm like, honestly, I'm happy that I won it, but I don't talk about it because I'm not satisfied.
There you go. So, you want to make a prediction on your record for next year? Can you get to 8-8, 500? Are you repeating? Just put it out there right now. Let's hear it.
Oh, put it out there. I plan on. You know what? I am gonna repeat, and I like it because I'm gonna repeat. And I expect my comrades in NFC West to come try to knock me off the throne.
So we got Vet and the Seahawks.
I believe Ant had it last, and I just took it from Ant.
Yep,
I know Ant's coming back.
That's the 49ers.
Ant to come back.
That's 49ers. And Shades is the Rams.
Yeah. Vet, Seahawks, man. Like I said, bro, I played Vet, and I'm like, okay, my guys have been labbing, bro.
Yeah, he came with it. He made a run towards the end of the year.
I have one for you. We might be the most interesting division.
Oh, I will agree with that. Either y'all's or everybody thinks their own division is. So I was gonna say mine, but I definitely kept the eye on y'all because just the uniqueness of it and how close it was, regardless of the record. Yeah. So, but congratulations again, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's go to
God of the squads.
Let's go to the AFC North. Not very interesting. I'm gonna go from bottom up. I'll go bottom up. Ravens at 5-11. That's a new user. I think he started winning though when he came about. So we'll see what happens season 3. Steelers. Shout out to D-Lloyd, man, one of the coolest guys in the chat.
Super.
You know what I'm saying? You got to win a little bit more, D-Lloyd, 6-10. Let's turn that curtain around.
Whoa, slow down.
Oh yeah, 6-10.
D-Lloyd, first of all, he's a fellow 2K guy like myself. So
yeah.
I gotta, hey, yo. But he had, let me go look. He had a significant win I saw, and I was like, whoa. Who did he play? Who was that? That was,
let's see.
He beat the Redskins.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's big.
31-30, he beat Z-Star.
Yeah, because Z-Star nice. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see if he gets a little bit better. You go. And HD, Lil T, at 7-9 with the Browns, which is a disappointment. We'll call it is. It is what it is, man. He need that team.
He split with the Steelers. That was interesting.
Yeah, that team should be in the playoffs their first 2 seasons. He made it the first season, didn't make it the next one, and now everything is evening out. So, he might have missed. He might have missed out on his opportunity as far as his team being strong, because the Bengals are the king of the North, the AFC North at 11-5.
So it seems like
Polar, man.
It doesn't seem like he's letting up anytime soon either.
And he loves his quarterback, and boys was trying to get on him, saying that he, had a cheesy offense. I played the man. He played me straight, so I don't know. So, so shout out to Polar and his rookie quarterback that's heading into year 2. I think his name is Perkins.
Yeah.
If you go look at his superstars.
He's solid with him too.
I had to jump in the chat and get on Polar because he wanted to say something about his team ain't strong and da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, we in season 3. Your team is just as strong as anybody else's, man. And we looked at his X factors, and I think he has 6. You know what I'm saying? Or 6 to 8.
Yeah.
So he got as many as me as the Chiefs. So no excuses from him. As far as team rating. So, but he did win his division, and he did make a run in the playoffs. So shout out to Polar. AFC South, the division I feel like is the worst division in the PML. Bunch of great guys, but the worst division, man. People want to say it's the AFC West. Bro, it's the AFC South, dog. That's what I'm putting my stamp on that. You want to know the records? You got the Titans at 4-12, Texans at 5-11, Jags at 6-10.
I'm looking at it.
And then you got my guy, Burn, at 9-7 as champion over there, man.
Boy, you are still not happy about that. Jeez, Louise.
He an interesting fella. You know what I'm saying? Like he loves talking about his running back. He loves calling out tankers. And I gave him the love that he deserved though when he did make it to the championship. But I just had nothing to do with him. I just didn't think, that the best team made it, because again, it's one and done, and he was able to play in those pressure-filled moments and made it happen.
True. That's very true. That's extremely true.
Bad thing about AFC South, they're super boring. Outside of Mally Rojo. I mean, my man Cameron be in the chat a little bit too, but
he jumps in here and there. I give him that.
Chums at the Jag. I just think they're a boring conference, so I need them to give me some entertaining storylines. So I'm just going to scoot by them. AFC East, one of the funnest divisions. I love everybody here, man. You got D-Jack at 6-10 and the Patriots.
Yeah.
The tank. We got to have an episode about tanking. The Jets.
Yeah.
10-6.
D-Jack said he's back, by the way.
$100 on the line, too.
We'll see what's that's a cool. Hey, I'm thinking about jumping in on a side bet on that. I'm not gonna lie. Thinking about it.
How about you don't think on whose side? On Nats or D-Jax? You think he's gonna play all the games or make the playoffs? Rather?
I don't know. I told him that he was off to a bad start. We missed the Pro Bowl game.
He got a tough division, too, because honestly, man, the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets, those guys are tough, man. Bacon at 10-6 didn't make the playoffs. Cookie Boy taking that terrible Dolphins team. He's rebuilt them now. They're at 12-4. And then the shocker, the Bills, 13-3. Turned this whole season around, man.
Yeah, he did.
Made it all the way. Well,
Bill says he's here to play.
He is here to play. We'll talk about his playoff run in a little bit on our next episode. And then last but not least, the AFC West, led by me. Again, back-to-back, 12-4. I went 12-4 both seasons. So, I also, we'll talk about playoffs next time. And you got the Chargers coming in next at 10-6, falling at 8-8 with the Broncos. And Kurt, 5-11, man. He kind of fell off. He threw a lot of interceptions, man.
He threw a lot of interceptions last season, though, right?
Yeah, but this one was way worse, man. Out of all of those divisions and champions and the playoff seeding that we'll get in on the next episode, any final thoughts, man, from your perspective as a rookie again?
I think I always look at it like from the customer, from the viewer, right? Mm-hmm. I think if you're a viewer, if you're following the league, maybe you got your couple you got your favorite team, you got your underdog you root for, but overall you're just watching. I think we're putting on a great show. I really do, man.
Nice.
Because we got, at any given, like I'm looking at everybody, right? You could be a contender, right? Like you're just basically bubbling to be a contender. Mm-hmm. I know catches a lot of slack. Q could mess around and catch somebody slipping. So I'm just walking up through the division. I go to the East. Dolphins aren't out, and the Bills are now here to stay, know? So I basically, when I look at this, all your top two teams in every division, for the most part,
have a shot.
Are just bubbling to become your next champ. I can't speak for AFC South. And as much as I love to boost my guys up, NFC West, we're not there just yet. I think at Vet, like when I played Vet, man, because I played some of the better guys in the league, I've watched quite a few games at this point. Vet's got something he might be working on. I don't completely understand it at times, but maybe it'll be something, maybe not. Ant's got Breeder running the football, and he is just nasty, bro. So
yep.
Who knows? We'll see what all that does. But, skipping through that, East, Giants, Redskins, any given point in time, they're going to be something special.
Yep.
Falcons, the report's still out on them. Falcons the only person I'm really looking at in that division. And then NFC North, we already know what it is with Mo. You can't count Jose out yet. And so at any given point in time, who your next champ is going to be, kind of up for debate, because no disrespect to Mo, but 2 seasons undefeated. You almost say he's got 3 in the bag. You don't know. But definitely the teams who are right behind them, it's not set in stone. Who's going to be the second place team next year? We don't know.
We don't know.
You can't honestly say you already know. Who's the third? We don't know, So,
and as people play
we got 4 teams that are 13-3. Then after that, you got 2 that are 12-4, and all of these guys are solid.
Yep.
The 11-5 teams are all solid. So,
and the more you play, Mo, you never know. Might catch him slipping. You know what I'm saying? At least the mystifying aspect of it is gone. Yeah. Like, what time it is when you play him. So who knows? You might catch him slipping.
When I was watching Bills, bro, it started out, it was looking good. He got that deep shot off for the touchdown twice. And I'm just like, wow, I didn't expect it to happen twice.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
So who knows?
Well, carry us out of here, man, and we can get the playoff episode coming up next.
Oh, yeah, no, Dev had to wrap up the playoffs. We got more heat coming for more heat. Man, it's your boy GooseneckxGamer. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, man. If you haven't been to our website already, get to the website, premiermadden.com. Check us out, man. crazy content going up right now. If you're a football fan, fanatic, this is, if you've been keeping up with college players, we're in our second year, but you'll still see names you know. You really want to get on this right now because we got crazy content about to start going up. Some of it's already up. We got draft predictions going up. Mike and his boys are in trouble because they don't have any money, and he's not the only team with money issues. So the free agency is right around the corner. We'll be seeing who picks up who's going to be roster dumping to get some money free. So check us out, man. PremierMadden.com. Your boy GooseneckxGamer. Check out our guys, man. Good stuff going on. Mike, KingMike, I need Fling Mike. Like,
it's
ASAP,
coming.
bro.
It's coming.
We need him. We'll be back. Check us out. Subscribe to the podcast. Gooseneck Gamer, Rolling Out the Pocket Podcast, Premier Madden, PML. We out.
All right, peace.